In Episode 5 of Season 3 of Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, a new yet ancient evil danger to the USS Enterprise and possibly the galaxy is introduced. Through the Lens of Time is a gripping and exciting brain teaser that introduces a new threat for the remainder of Star Trek, Strange New Worlds Season 3. It was directed by Andy Armaganian and written by Onitra Johnson and Davy Perez. Nurse Christine Chapel Jess Bush leads a landing party that includes Dr. Roger Corby, Tillian O'Sullivan, Ensign Nyota Uhura, Celia Rose Gooding, Ensign Dana Gamble, Chris Myers, and documentarian Beto Ortegas Minor Lucan as they investigate the Macroon's ancient temple on Vadia 9. The landing party is confined within the temple after being joined by Lieutenant Spock Ethan Peck and Lieutenant La Noonien Singh Christina Chong. A new malevolent adversary is introduced in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. The Vzda have been a malevolent force for thousands of years. An important background on the Vzda was given by Commander Pelia Carol Kane, a Lanthanite who has lived for millennia herself. She stated that she believes the malevolent aliens are very old and that they give her the heebie-jeebies. Pelia's concerns were realized by the evil Vzda that took over Ensign Dana Gamble. What was Ensign Dana Gamble's story? Ensign Episode 2 of Season 3 of Star Trek, Strange New Worlds included the successful new character Dana Gamble, who was first introduced in Wedding Bell Blues. Gamble, who had previously served as Nurse Chapel's temporary substitute, won a permanent commission on the USS Enterprise after winning Dr. Mbenga's favor. Although the Vzda accessed Dana's memories and assumed Gamble's identity when it was convenient, it tragically killed Gamble when it took over his body. An explanation of Captain Battel's response to the new evil enemy of Strange New Worlds when the Starship Enterprise was approached by Captain Marie Battel Melanie Scrofano, who was similarly confused by her response to the malevolent creature. The Vzda discovered an unexpected menace on board. Speaking in the alien tongue of the Vzda, Battel lost her composure and fought the villain with unexpected strength and speed till the Vzda ran away. How the landing party of Nurse Chapel and Enterprise got out of the alien prison. The Macroon's old temple on Vadia 9 was the most gratifying and Star Trek feature of Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 5. Nurse Chapel's landing party was soon divided into pairs following the release of the Vzda. Lon and Christine, Spock and Corby, and Uhura and Beto all thought they wound up in different areas of the temple. A look into Dr. Roger Corby's darker side when Dr. Roger Corby first appeared in Wedding Bell Blues, Episode 2 of Season 3 of Star Trek. Strange New Worlds, he and his relationship with Nurse Christine Chapel were betrayed by the cosmic scheming villain Trelane, played by Rhys Darby, in favor of Because he and Chapel are truly in love, Corby first came across as likable and sympathetic. However, unlike Chapel and her fellow Starfleet officers, Corby single-mindedly prioritizes his own quest for scientific knowledge over his comrade's safety, as shown in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 5. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 presents a terrible new creature and a classic story of discovery in its 5th episode. Following the immensely entertaining holodeck murder investigation from last week, Through the Lens of Time returns to the fundamentals of Star Trek as the Starship Enterprise's crew investigates an odd and intriguing new alien planet. Through the Lens of Time, authored by Onitra Johnson and Davy Perez and directed by Andy Armaganian, begins with a log entry from Ensign Gamble Chris Myers, providing additional context for the season's most frequent appearance of the young medical officer. The episode does a fantastic job of making the audience care about Gamble as a character, and his wide-eyed enthusiasm for working on the Enterprise is contagious. Through the Lens of Time examines an intriguing new extraterrestrial universe Star Trek, odd even though New Worlds excels in humorous, self-referential episodes. The series can nevertheless tell a compelling exploration story that is reminiscent of classic Trek. Corby, Chapel, and the landing party go in pursuit of ancient technology that might hold the key to immortality after they find a huge underground temple on an alien world. When Ensign Gamble picks up an orb that explodes in his face, the mission rapidly becomes perilous. Anson Mount's character, Captain Christopher Pike, orders the landing party to return to the ship after Gamble suffers a particularly horrific accident in which he loses both of his eyes. But the temple closes down before they can, trapping them within. The landing party is split up, and the temple defies logic with its enormous interior and twisting pathways. Beto and Ensign Nyota Uhura Celia Rose Gooding wind up in one room, Corby and Lieutenant Spock Ethan Peck in another, and Chapel and Lieutenant La Noonien Singh Christina Chong in a third. As they search for a way out of the odd temple, they soon discover that they can still speak with each other. The alien universe in Through the Lens of Time isn't given much of an introduction, but that only heightens the mystery and the sense of impending doom that has been growing since Gamble's injury. Unusual New Worlds keeps trying out new romantic connections. The third season of Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, has so far concentrated on examining novel love relationships. Despite its primary plot focus, Through the Lens of Time makes time to examine the romantic connections of its couples. A devastating death and a terrifying new threat to the Federation Ensign Gamble is being treated by Dr. Joseph Mbenga Babs Olusanmokun, but his injury is still not improving. Gamble eventually transforms, revealing that a foreign and seemingly evil force known as the Vzda has taken possession of him. The Gorn DNA in Captain Marie Battel Melanie Scrofano reacts strongly to the Vzda, now having the brain-dead Gamble when she arrives in sickbay complaining of migraines. The Vzda also elicit a significant reaction from Commander Pelia Carol Kane, who claims that they are really old and give her the heebie-jeebies. Prior to Pelia and Lieutenant Scotty Martin Quinn trapping it in the Enterprise transporter buffer, the Vzda with Gamble attempts to take control of the Enterprise. However, the last scene of the episode implies that we will see the Vzda again.